Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Welcome everybody, guys. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin market. So our intraday target finally has been hit, so it was really long term for target just on the hourly chart to be reached by the market. And now we need to consider what to do next. So mostly today we will talk on the intraday chart because overall price action stands very slow, but still a few words we tell about high time frames and longer term situation. So those of you who follow our long-term view, now weekly, monthly reports on the Bitcoin, you probably know that overall background for Bitcoin, fundamental background, stands really not bad. And in general, we see the activity of the traders. We see new money are coming, especially on the derivative markets, the options and futures of the Bitcoin. And in general, we see some really rising interest to this market. But from the technical point of view, we have some moments that keeps the risk at the high level. For example, if you'll take a look at the monthly chart, you will see that here we have two bearish grabbers side by side that potentially do not exclude the chance of the deep drop of the Bitcoin. Yes, currently it could be treated just as a theoretical, nominal scenario, but until these patterns are valid, the hazard of this drop will exist. And that's why we can't freely talk on the bullish perspective of the market until 10 even level will not be taken out. While market stands below it, despite what the good performance it is showing currently, an ability of climbing higher, so on, and some other patterns that we discussed a bit later, standing below these lows keeps bearish grabbers on the monthly chart valid, and that put the shadow on the perspective of the Bitcoin market. So we could freely talk about the new bullish trend on the Bitcoin only when and if market will erase these grabbers that we have on the monthly chart and will move above this top. We should understand that. Yes, inside of this swing we could consider shorter term scalp bullish context, bullish patterns on the intraday charts and so on, but in the higher time frame, in the weekly, in the monthly chart, speaking on a major trend, well, currently we can't do this because we have the bearish patterns that stands on the monthly chart. In the shorter term, currently we have some bullish signs indeed, so take a look at that. Here is definitely you could see the sign of the bullish dynamic pressure because trend by the MACD stands bearish while price action is not. Price action is forming higher lows. As a result, market right now is challenging and breaking this resistance. This is also some kind of the pin and consolidation on the weekly chart that now is breaking up. And this, of course, looks positive. Another positive moment that already we talked about, that after reaching the major resistance and completing the major target, this actually was also garbage cheaper to sell. With this pullback for the long time, smaller than a month, market already stands in this action. It was not able to reach the major 30% support. It means that significant bullish power stands here that prevents market from the deep drop. And you can see it's really very slow downward action here. This indirectly suggests existing of the bullish support here and prevents market from a significant drop and gives us some hope that indeed market could show the upward action. But from the technical point of view, these stops still stand. Market hasn't taken out. Here as we see downward tendency, lower lows and lower highs stand. Even in the short term we need to take it out of this top to talk about reversal, because market even hasn't formed any reversal swing. The tendency is still here. That makes us to make some really careful suggestions on the market currently. So on the intraday charts, you could see that here's again some bullish context exists, and we said while market stands above the 30% support, it has chances to reverse, it has chance to proceed higher and start upward action. What we could expect in the current situation? Well, the pattern that we could consider, for example, is something of that sort. It could be reverse head and shoulders probably, right? So it's not quite will be head and shoulders by the shape, because relations between the shoulders and the heads, something of the sort, they are not, well, really typical for this pattern, because we need 127 or 1618. Currently they are significantly smaller, but still by the shape this could be something of that sort. So first destination point, next resistance will be approximately around 97, where market could find the resistance. Then it could be some pullback forming kind of another shoulder, and then market could start the acceleration. That's the shape that we could consider, because here we have the bullish divergence. It still stands in place. It suggests the taking out of this top. Here's trend is bullish, and actually on all time frames, daily, on the weekly, trend stands bullish. Well, that's what we have in the short term. So probably market could proceed higher. The next destination point is 97. On the hourly chart, our target is completed, because if you remember, we considered that here is also some kind of the really choppy head and shoulders with this ABCD target right at the 94 area. This market finally is completed. So, but still, this level is strong resistance. You can see this is confidence resistance on the hourly chart. It's also in agreement with this ABCD pattern. It means that market here could show the pullback, at least somewhere to 92 probably, approximately for the 30. 350 bucks, it could be the pullback. The 30% retracement could happen before upward continuation will start. Next destination point will be the same ABCD pattern, but it will be this time 1618 extension, which is approximately 97. It agrees with the 618 resistance here and agrees with this level, approximately the same destination point. So that's approximately what we could keep an eye on the nearest time. So if you have the long position here, probably you could keep it, but do not forget to move stops higher, to adjust your stops, because overall price action is choppy. We do not see any very strong acceleration, and it could be finished at any time, because don't forget about the monthly grabbers, things that I said. Also be prepared to that the market could start bearish reversal at any time. For example, if we are wrong on the upward continuation here, market could start to form minor head and shoulders, which suggests deep retracement on even downward continuation. That also could happen. So this, in two words speaking, the bullish background that we have, it's very fragile currently. Yes, market showing bullish tendency, we need to follow it. Currently we do not have reasons to take some bearish positions, at least on the daily chart, and it could proceed higher, but this is very unstable. This background is really weak for that. So you should be very careful for any bearish signs. Stay on guard, be prepared, but trade it currently bullish. That's our view on the Bitcoin. Again, in the two words, with a very short-term perspective, in today's session we expect some minor pullback. I think that it should be somewhere for the 30% of this most recent upward action. And then theoretically market could try to continue upward action. That's what we'll consider in the nearest two sessions, today, tomorrow.